I said, hey, yo, this is for my brothers up north. Getting full on that Jack Mac. Incredible Sources pod back. We got another pod to back. Smack. Incredible Sources, man. Shout out to y'all, bro. Appreciate y'all. Episode 4. We are here. God bless you, man, if you've supported us, man. If you're new to the Reach Over Culture channel, man, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're listening through iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Deezer, SoundCloud. What else we on? Tuned In, Stitcher. Whatever podcast platform that you could probably think of, we're on there.
We on Tidal?
Nah. Do they do podcasts on Tidal?
Tidal gotta have a podcast.
Do they?
They got to.
Man, they cut.
They cut the
Yeah, because ain't there the rapper? What's the joint called? The Drake Rap Radar. Ain't Rap Radar a Tidal podcast?
That's true. They also got Jay on there too.
Man, we need that. We black on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He just sold it to Square though.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Only a percentage. I'm saying he's still
It's a large percentage.
But Nicki, J. Cole.
I mean, but Square also works with Joe, so they might rock with us. You gotta speak those things into fruition. Shout out to everybody, man. I got my usual suspects. It's to know them is to love them. Hip hop's MC, the MC. You heard?
Yes, sir.
Town very own. You dig? And if you know him, you love him. If you watched the last episode, then you already know how you rocking. He gave you his government, but he said don't call him that.
Don't.
My dog X is in the building, man. Shout out to X, man. Yep. World 4-5 in the building. Heavy. Oh yeah, I got flex bombs too.
Yeah.
World.
All right, so jumping right into it, man. This episode right here, we're gonna jump right into it with the Trill trivia.
Yep.
Trill trivia, man. By the time this comes out, the Mortal Kombat movie should have already came out on
They pushing
HBO.
back on us again.
They snuck that in there.
Yeah.
April 23rd, huh?
Yeah.
Oh God, 16th was definitely on my calendar.
Right. Okay. So we all movie people here, right?
Yep.
I got both Mortal Kombats on me.
Literally watched it last night.
You heard? So that's gonna be a big deal. Shout out to HBO Max, man. Shout out to Warner Brothers. It looked fire, even though outside of the ashtray dude, I don't really know anybody else on the bill.
You mean the actors?
The actors, yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. Shout out to Harry Flournoy, Jax. You do us proud, bro. Don't mess this up.
No, he's gonna die.
I mean, true, but
Fast.
it's just Jax, you know. Like, I mean, because the black dude who played Jax in Annihilation, I rocks with him.
He got out of here though.
Actually, yeah. He lived. He you know. But whatever the case, man. Mortal Kombat. When it comes down to the sticks, who you smoking anybody with on Mortal Kombat? It don't matter who's sitting in front of you. You pick this one character. Who you smoking anybody with on Mortal Kombat?
Smoke is a strong word. I'm not even gonna cap to y'all. My fatalities wasn't. I'm saying I didn't have the clicks. I didn't have the cheat codes ready. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I was a Sub-Zero guy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Same.
Sub-Zero. And it was my guy. You know what I'm saying? I used to like the little slide Joan he used to do. You know what I'm saying? Put the ice on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm over there with you. But yeah, like I said, smoke is a strong word coming from the boy.
But that would be my guy, Smoke. Like Smoke, another version of Cyborg, but the silver. If you watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation, he actually fought Sub-Zero before Scorpion came and fought Sub-Zero. But Smoke, I was killing everything with Smoke. Now, that's not an open invitation, bro. No, I'm not giving you a PSN or anything like that, bro. I just said if I had to put money on it, if my life was on the line. Yeah. But, you know, smoke is a strong word. But, I mean, I have smoked a lot of people with Smoke, man. He's not going to be in the movie, which is unfortunate. But, Smoke was my character back in the day. I do love Sub-Zero. And, of course, everybody loves Scorpion. I mean, who don't like Scorpion?
Right.
But, I mean, outside of just doing the natural bias, Smoke was my character. Either Smoke or Cyborg. I like both of them. Are y'all excited for the Mortal Kombat movie?
Of course. I'm in the pandemic or not, I'm in the movie theater. I'm saying, like, no HBO Max for me. I need to be in the.
I'm super HBO Max.
No,
I'm maxed out.
And you know, it's a sad part. I was telling Rob the other day I missed the cinematic experience because I'm a big movie guy. But after going seeing Tenet in the cinema, I'm like, nah, this isn't it anymore. At least not until next year. Yeah. Next year, I feel like the cinematic experience will return, but at least for this year, I've seen Godzilla vs. Kong here in the crib. I'm probably gonna watch Suicide Squad 2 here. Every major premiere that's came out this year, I've sat here on this very seat and watched it, and that's probably what's gonna happen with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I've gotten too used to eating wings while I watch blockbusters at this point. And Mortal Kombat is one of those ones I'm so excited about. I'm like a Last Dance excited about this. So I need my wings, I need my drink, I need my situation when I'm watching Mortal Kombat. Especially because I have the choice. Now, if it was only in theaters, I'm there first night in line. But you give me a choice, you know me. I'm at the crib. Me and Dan's at the crib.
He don't watch movies without a meal. Like, he's one of the few persons I know that's like, bro.
Oh no, I don't either.
You can't trust me.
He pick his meal before the movie. It's like, so
I do too, bro.
You got to.
Godzilla, like when I found out Godzilla was versus Kong got moved up, because at first I thought it was coming out Thursday, Friday. When I found out it came on a Wednesday night, my Wednesday night plans changed.
The whole thing shifts.
The whole change.
It's over, bro.
I was like, yo, I got Waldo's. I'm about to go give me some Waldo's, chicken and beer.
I'm out of here. Is that good?
Bro, Waldo's is fire.
Man, I thought about getting it a lot over the last 2 weeks. I've never had it.
I pass it by your house
all the time.
Waldo's is fire, man. I get the 2-piece with the collards and the mac and cheese.
You got a collard green?
Bro, fire, bro. Listen, I don't usually vouch for food places,
especially chicken.
Fire. Like, I'm thinking about going double back and grab, and it's fire. So, which is very surprising. I did not expect it to be as good as it was, but it's very surprising.
We'll try it out.
So I had my Waldo's in line. I was like, Godzilla versus Kong. Did y'all watch that?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it though.
I haven't.
You haven't seen it?
I'm usually not into that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna watch it though.
It's fine.
It's
fine. If y'all watched Godzilla King of Monsters, no, y'all not watched any of the monsters.
I saw the Rugrats movie.
I mean, that's cool.
Godzilla in like Paris.
Yeah, that's about as far as I got with Godzilla.
That's cool. I mean, with the Godzilla versus Kong, before we move on, the good thing about the way this director did it is you don't necessarily have to watch the other movies to get full context of what this
my
is.
Movie.
I'm in there now.
But once you watch this movie, it will make you want to go back and watch the other ones.
We'll see.
It's fire. I ain't never seen Godzilla move so quick in my life. I mean, I ain't gonna spoil, but dog was getting to it.
I gotta get a new TV before the Mortal Kombat movie come out, bro.
It's looking spooky. It's looking like Scary Hours.
Yeah,
bro.
my TV not
that 4K.
My TV not equipped.
You need that 4K. You need that.
I gotta go to my mama.
Is it cold in here? That ice come off the screen? Like, that's what you need.
That's what I'm trying to be, bro.
I need them 3D glasses.
Sub-Zero coming, I'm trying to be in that hole.
I need them 3D glasses for sure. Oh my God.
Put me in the movie. They got a VR version. I'm trying to be in it. I'm trying to be in the Mortal Kombat.
VR is the future, man. It's the future. All right, so getting to it. Let's get into some college basketball real quick.
Yeah.
You know the vibes. I was strategic because I want to give my dog a salute. Roy Williams, after however many years, I don't know, it's been longer than, I don't know, is officially retired as the head coach of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Round of applause, man.
Round of applause. You know what? You're right, bro. I'm
18
sorry.
years.
I am slipping. 18 years, bro. Yes, sir.
18 long years, man.
Shout out to Coach Roy, man. The only other Coach Roy that I will acknowledge is off a rebound. Shout out to Marlon Lawrence.
Shout out rebound.
But yeah, Coach Roy.
I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it.
Shout out to Coach Roy, man. 903 wins minus the 264 losses, 77% win percentage, 3 NCAA titles, along with multiple ACC titles, Big 12 Coach of the Year at one point, because he did go from being head coach at Kansas to North Carolina. Just real quick, man, I'm going to ask y'all where y'all rank him amongst great college coaches. I'll go ahead and start it off. After doing my due diligence, I found that a lot of people actually don't even have him in the top 10.
Are you serious?
Like, really?
All the sources I checked had him at least top 5.
Well, and a lot of the sources that I was checking, they were like going back to 1920.
Yeah, I seen names on that list. I was like, who is Buddy?
Right.
My list don't include anybody that came after like
John Wooden.
Okay, so John Wooden is automatically one on the list because he's the coach's coach.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what anybody who's into basketball that's coaching is John. So out of respect, you put him, you know what I'm saying, up there. Yeah. But like, outside of that, it's like, bro, the list is short. I mean, outside of like, I'm not going back further than Dean Smith.
Well, there is a such thing as the modern era. Mm-hmm. So
does Dean Smith precede the modern era?
Nah. He does, but he's a part of the modern
because
era
of the tenure. Because he started in like 69 or something like that.
He's a part of the modern era.
But he went to like 97.
Yeah, because I really consider those late 80s to this point really the modern era of coaching. When you talk about the John Thompson, Dean Smith, Joe Chaney era, like that's the modern era of how, like, because the game coaching hasn't really evolved since that era. It's kind of stayed the same. So that's why I consider the modern era. But Roy Williams within the modern era, for me, I actually ranked them 8th all time.
Oh, wow.
Just to throw a couple of names out. I don't have the full list of the full 7, but you got John Wooden. I actually think, and this isn't in particular order, automatically I put John Wooden, Adolph Roth, Dean Smith.
Okay.
Coach K.
Okay.
I put Coach K ahead of him. What's that, 4?
You got John Thompson ahead of him?
I have John Thompson ahead of him as well.
Okay.
I have Jim Boeheim ahead of him.
Okay.
So that was 7. It was another one, but I actually had him 8th when all the smoke settled. I actually had him 8th all time on my greatest college coaches list.
Okay.
How about y'all?
I got him at 4.
Oh. Whoa!
I do. I have him at 4.
Hold up. Let me drop a bomb for that one. Hold on.
Now, what I will tell you is that I didn't include people like Adolph, Roof.
You got to.
The only reason why I didn't is because it's like it was.
He was a racist, but still, you got to.
A lot of them.
Brother, you starting to say, hold on. You started, okay.
He's not.
We here now.
He's not there.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
I'm not there.
I'm sorry.
This is my top 4. My top 4 in this order: John Wooden, Coach K, Dean Smith, Roy Williams. My honorable mentions are Izzo, Cal, Boeheim, Pitino, Bobby Knight.
Pitino was the 7th.
Those are mine. And what gives him the edge over Izzo, Cal, Boeheim, Pitino, and Bobby Knight is the years he spent as an assistant under Dean Smith. That's kind of like the tipping point in the success that he had with Dean while he was still in North Carolina. I think that Wooden is just the coach of all coaches. With Coach K, he's the perfect blend of because my criteria is how well you recruit is such a big part of it.
It's true.
It's a huge part of it. And what knocks him so far down my list and why I'm open to even like John Thompsons of the world and stuff.
That's why he's 8th on my list, because
he's a terrible recruiter. He's at one.
He's not terrible.
No, he's
not terrible.
He's a terrible recruiter.
He adjusted late
for sending kids to the next level.
He adjusted late.
He never adjusted.
He did.
He got Cole Anthony.
But what did he do with Cole Anthony? What did he do with Harrison Barnes? What did he do with Kendall Marshall? What did he do?
No, because now I'm bite. Hold on. The point of recruiting is just to get the student there. What you did when you got the student is one thing. The point of recruiting is just to get the kid to come there.
But that's only a part of the criteria for me.
But I'm saying, like, as far as the recruiting, I don't really think you can rank him low on recruiting because he did get a lot. Carolina had a lot of great teams in his team. He's got 3 titles with Carolina. So, yeah.
Let me say developing. NBA and sending kids to the league prepared to be stars in the league.
That's my biggest knock on him.
Because it's this, right? It's coaching, recruiting, winning, developing kids for the next level. Those are my 4 things or criteria. Coach K is the perfect blend of all of those things. He wins in a high level at college. He recruits well for the kids coming in. He does well sending kids to the next level.
No, you don't.
What?
No, you don't, bro. No, we don't.
Give me Grant Hill, Elton Brand, Kyrie, Brandon Ingram, Jason Tatum, Zion Williamson are all stars. Dean Smith had Bob McAdoo, James Worthy, Michael Jordan, Jerry Stackhouse, Rasheed Wallace, Vince Carter. Roy Williams has.
It was Lil. Wait,
We're talking about. I'm just naming all-stars here. These are just guys that he sent to the league that turned into all-stars. Roy Williams has Paul Pierce. That's it. That's literally it.
Wait, what do you mean?
Guys that left up his program and turned into NBA all-stars.
Roy Williams?
Roy Williams just has Paul Pierce. He's the only one.
You did your research on that?
Yeah, he was the only one. He's the only one, bro. The next most successful player that's come out of his program was Harrison Barnes.
But yeah,
as a champ.
Yeah, Ty Lawson.
And Ty Lawson, yeah, but Ty Lawson never made an all-star team, and Ty Lawson was like...
Okay, so...
I'm not saying that he had bad... But when you're comparing greats to greats, you have to start having this type of talk.
But listen,
because it's not like we're talking about Roy Williams versus... I can't even say Bill Self, because I may even put Bill Self.
Well, listen. I mean, but it's just a matter of what you perceive to be important, because, in my opinion, Carolina has definitely sent more pros in Roy Williams' tenure than Coach K. I mean, all right, Coach K has been at Duke longer.
Yeah, but he hasn't been coaching longer.
Yes, he has.
He's been coaching just as long.
No, Coach K has been
like maybe what 2 years as a head coach. He probably was like 2 years on Roy.
I did not do the proper amount of research, but I can say in the 21st century, I don't believe that Coach K has sent more pros to the NBA.
He sent more quality pros for sure, by a mile. So. I haven't, bro.
But you know, but again, it's like, all right, quality over quantity. That's basically the argument that we have in here. In my opinion, the quantity is what matters over the quality, because you can't control what these kids do when they get to the NBA. Just as much as you may say he sent all-stars up to Duke, he also sent a lot of failed products as well. Versus Carolina, man, I wish I would have did the research. I'm pretty sure Roy's players coming out of Carolina, Roy's players coming out of Carolina on average have had a longer tenure in the NBA than a lot of Coach K's. Yes, he sent more all-stars, but Marvin Williams is still playing.
JJ Redick is still playing.
Is Sheldon Williams still playing?
Is Kendall Marshall still playing?
He was.
We could go.
Page still playing?
Like we could do this all day.
Is Page still playing?
Nah.
Is Hansberger still playing?
This is its own topic.
The
Carolina Duke thing is like its own topic.
But everybody you can give me for Carolina, I can give you at least two for Duke.
But you can't give me the stars that you can't give me the North Carolina stars under Roy Williams or Kansas. You can't even put his time in Kansas and North Carolina together and compete. On top of the fact that Coach K has been to the Final Four 12 times with 5 chips.
Well, I'm not saying that.
And I didn't even name Christian Laettner because he wasn't this touted recruit.
Well, no, Christian Laettner was that dude coming out of college. He just didn't play well.
Out of high school. I'm talking about out of high school.
Oh, I mean.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't even add him to this list because he wasn't he was an all-star, though. Christian Laettner was an all-star.
Right. I mean, so was Jeff Teague. Like, come on, dog. Like, let's stop playing with me, bro. Kyle Korver was an all-star,
I didn't even name Austin Rivers, Jahlil Okafor, Jabari Parker. Like,
all-stars?
No, now we're just talking about because you can't name me the all-stars. Now we're just talking about niggas that made it to the league and played some time. I haven't even named these guys. I hadn't said Jay Williams' name.
I mean, I haven't said John Henson. I haven't said Ed Davis. I haven't said Reggie Bullock. I haven't said PJ Harrison.
Who are these guys?
Who are the guys you naming?
What are you talking?
Who the hell is Jabari Parker now? Huh?
Who is Austin Rivers in comparison to the guys you just named? Like, I'm just listen. Who is Austin Rivers? I'm not caping for Duke, bro, and I'm not even here to do our usual North Carolina thing because I like North Carolina.
What I'm saying is, bro, you're going quality over quantity, which
I'm going both. I'm saying that Coach K has high quality, and he also has equal to or greater quantity.
No, it doesn't. No, he doesn't. Right. A lot of Coach K's players go to the league and die.
I kept this list short that I worked on because I didn't want to do this. I did extensive research.
I didn't even make a list because I didn't know we was going here in the conversation. And I'm gonna let Dylan get his bars off.
Elton Brand.
I feel like with Roy Williams, he sent his players straight to be role players.
To be good college basketball players.
I think when Coach K sends people to the league, they have a chance of being a star. And then they develop into a role player. I feel like North Carolina goes straight to being a role player.
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that being a great college coach is a part of it. Like having your kids win in college, because like your main job as a college basketball coach is to win college basketball games. That's the main job. That's why Roy Williams is in my top 4, because Roy Williams has won college basketball games at a high level for a long period of time. But what gives these other guys the edge over him is that the other parts that go into it, which is sending your kids to the league, is what enables you to recruit better. Because I'm showing you that I can send you and prepare you to be in the league. The only reason why Coach Cal is even so high is because he has sent kids to the league at a high level.
We're talking about where you rank Roy. All right, we can get into Roy. Because now y'all got me tight.
Bro, I like Roy.
Go do my research.
I like Roy.
I wasn't prepared to go there as far as the Carolina and Duke comparison, but I guarantee we could.
That's a whole other thing.
I know,
bro.
I know. So Roy, you got Roy fourth.
I got Roy fourth behind Dean Smith, Coach K, and John Wooden. I'm okay with any of the people between Thompson, Cal, Izzo, Boeheim, Patino, and Bobby Knight going into that conversation and replacing him at 4. I'm down with having that conversation, but
I'm not mad
personally, I put him at because of the tournament success.
I'm not mad.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at that because I'm not. I think Roy did great for his time in Carolina. That's a big mantle, especially to take that over after Dean Smith. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I think he followed it the best way that he could. And I mean, you have him higher than I do, so I ain't knocking you at all.
And yet you're arguing with me.
No, we arguing a Duke Carolina thing, not how high he should be. All right.
I got Buddy in between that 5 and 8 mark.
Mm-hmm.
Similar for just all the stuff we was talking about. Yeah, like he did win, but it's like as a high school player, I think like the cachet of going to North Carolina and sending me to the league is no longer there.
Right.
And so as far as that, if I'm a high school recruit and I got Duke, I got Kentucky, I got
We
Kansas.
just made a whole episode off of the blue blood programs dying or Carolina. Going to Carolina
Yeah,
still
but who's
means
dying
something.
the most out of the blue blood programs?
I
Out of the
would
ones
say-
he just named. He wasn't done naming them.
But then on top of that,
Carolina's not one of the ones that's dying
on
most,
top
though.
of there, I don't think Roy Williams is not going to embrace me being a one and done. He don't like the fact that I'm about to do this.
Nah, he embraced the one and done.
The last 2 years. But
No,
like
even years before that. Like,
he
listen,
said he didn't want him.
I mean,
Him and Izzo
he's-
said he didn't want him. Like
he
he don't
didn't,
want them to be
he
there.
didn't want him, but he still took him. Marcus Page
Marcus Page was there for.
I know, but what I'm saying is, even Harrison Barnes, went to school wanting to be a one and done. He decided to stay. Ed Davis went to school wanting to be a one and done. So Roy Williams didn't like taking in one and dones, but he didn't not take in, like Armando, the kid Armando that we got now, big man. He was supposed to be a one and done. Caleb Love supposed to be a one and done.
Supposed to though.
Williams slipped on that. Like, hey, fam,
You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, but
Coach K.
no, I mean, let's keep it G. You can't force nobody to stay nowhere.
Yeah, but you can get kids that you're sure have the talent to maybe be a one and done, but that you know aren't going to be one and done.
No, but
like,
but
for example,
but he's picking up kids that has had the talent.
They
to
had
be
the
one.
hype. I don't think they had the talent. I
Like,
don't think Kendall Marshall
I
had the
think
talent
Roy
to be a
is
one
getting
and
people
done.
that like you
He
say
wasn't
you want
coming
to
in
the hype.
Kendall Marshall, no, but out of that class, Kendall Marshall wasn't hyped to be a one and done. Harrison Barnes, Ed Davis, and even PJ Harrison was hyped to be one and dones, but not Kendall Marshall. Everybody knew Kendall Marshall was coming back for a sophomore season because his style of point guard was already fading out of the game.
Okay.
So, and if there's anybody that I would say he was not open to a one and done in the last 10 to 15 years, even though he said he doesn't enjoy one and dones, was point guards. Yes, he wants a point guard that's going to stay there for 2 or 3 years. When you look at Ty Lawson, Marcus Page, Kendall Marshall, I will give y'all that. But every other position on the floor, he's been open to them being one and dones. Now, when you talk about development, I'm not knocking that he doesn't develop the players to be even if they are touted to be a one and done, he doesn't develop them to be the one and done like Caleb Love. I hated what he did with Caleb Love this year. And Caleb Love was supposed to be a one and done.
Well, Caleb Love not even seeing that second round they've been saying lately.
He might go late second round.
And it's your job as a college, it's part of your job as a college coach when you talk about being one of the greats. Past winning games for your college and recruiting to prepare your kids to go to the next level and maximize their talent.
That's 2 different eras because now we're talking about...
That's the modern era. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, but we also have coaches in there that's not a part of the modern era as well.
Who? We just named all modern era coaches. That's the only one, and I didn't name Adolph.
I don't think Patino was doing it either, though. But Patino wasn't getting out top recruits like that either.
That's why I have Patino underneath Roy.
So between 5 and 8.
But 5 and 8.
All right. I ain't mad at it. Now, with Hubert Davis being hired, first black coach at Chapel Hill in Chapel Hill history. You know, as a Carolina fan, am I excited? No. But I'm not mad. Anything after Roy Williams is a tough sell. And so with Hubert Davis, I know a few things. I know he's ingratiated himself well with players. I think I think on the opposite of Roy Williams, he'll actually be able to recruit players a little easier. He speaks a lot. I'm just going off of what the players say. Yeah. He speaks their language. Not saying he know all the lingo, but he speak their language, and
I'm proud of him.
Like he knows how to ingratiate himself a little better with these generations of players than a Roy Williams. So I feel like he'll have a better shot at recruiting a lot more top prospects. Outside of that, I'm not necessarily. I don't know what he's gonna do.
I give him 5 years. I think he's out in 5 years.
I
think he's out in 5 years.
And I'm a Carolina fan, so I don't want to give him a timetable. At the end of the day, he played at Carolina. He's been an assistant coach at Carolina. He's from Carolina.
He ain't white though.
And that's fair.
That's my only thing about feeling like he can be there. I feel like if he's there for longer than 5 years, he's won something. So if you're telling me he's going to win something in 5 years, then sure. But if he doesn't win anything in 5 years of note, like if he doesn't get to a Final Four twice or win or get to a national championship once, then in 5 years he's not going to get that same leeway that some other guys might get.
No, that's fair. But
Even with the white.
But I mean, I don't really subject that to a white and black thing, honestly.
Really?
Not with Carolina, not with the history. I feel like if you bring in a white coach and he doesn't do anything in 5 years, they're getting him out of there. Like with Roy had success early in his career at Carolina. That was his saving grace. So it supplements for all the years that he didn't have success.
And the assistant coach history there and the time he spent in Kansas.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of cachet. So being at Carolina, outside of Hubert Davis, Carolina was just, they were going to go with a fresh face no matter where the space was. Like Carolina wasn't looking for another 10-year coach that had been somewhere for years on end. They were looking for a fresh, quote-unquote young face that they can put, kind of like a Brad Stevens situation. So I feel like with any young face they would have put in there 5 years and they calling for your job if you don't get anything done. So I don't subject that to a white and black thing. And especially because, I mean, he's proud to have a white wife. Like, he's aligned himself correctly.
I'm provoked. So unprovoked. That's the wild thing about the whole...
Nah, it was provoked.
Yeah.
They told him to put it. Make sure you get that in the spiel.
Make sure you talk about your family because we're a family program. That's how they presented it to him.
Get your bars off, but you know what I'm saying. Before you finish, slide that in there.
If he can recruit, he'll be okay because it's North Carolina. Like, if he can recruit,
you got to win.
Yeah, but like,
he has to win.
No, for sure. But I'm saying if he can recruit,
he got to win.
I assume he'll win
first.
I mean, you would hope so. You would hope so. And he's getting in there and start looking.
I mean, if you sat under Roy all that time, they hired you at North Carolina. To your point, I almost say organization, program who prides themselves on winning, has no expectation to be anything short than that. I assume they hired you to win because it's not like basketball with a Stan Van Gundy where you feel like Stan may have got hired to be the fall guy for it not working because they couldn't find a better option. I feel like college basketball is not built like that. So they hired you because you think you can get the job done, which means you can obviously coach. If you can coach and you can recruit at North Carolina, you should win.
True.
Do y'all think he can recruit?
That's what he said?
Yeah, I think he can recruit.
The only way I think he can recruit, because I feel like players are not going to North Carolina as much as they used to at a high clip, is that he's going to have to make the program fun, and nothing about him seems fun.
Right.
Because like Mike Boyd, for example, Mike Boyd came in there and was like, "Whoa, how did you do this right away?" Like he made Stillwater, like it's in Stillwater. He made that program fun. Like Hubert Davis, like
Shaka Smart.
Your name is Hubert.
I mean, but I
just don't think you're gonna make the program fun.
I mean, that's fair.
At the bare minimum, exciting, and that's why I go to recruiting. Is like if you can't make it fun, you can at least recruit and make it exciting.
He don't give me none of those feels.
That's fair. He's not a very motivational guy, but I mean, who knows? I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt because I don't know.
You should be optimistic.
So I thought it was a good hire for the simple fact that he's already familiar with the state, with the town. Mm-hmm. He's been there. He knows the culture. He may know what it needs to revitalize things around Chapel Hill. So I felt like it was a good hire. And it could very well be a fill-in for the next big hire. I mean, I'm not opposed to that either.
That's what I feel.
So, getting over to the NBA, let's review this ESPN's top 25 under 25 list.
All right.
Let's get right to it. Shout out to MC for bringing this to our attention. Okay. We've seen the list. First off, do we agree with this list?
No.
I'm gonna go first because I know you're more analytical.
So wait, but like, do you like vastly disagree with this, or just a couple of things?
I think it's a lot of recency bias in this. A lot.
I did my own list.
See, that's why I said I'm gonna go before him.
Yeah, I did.
I see this list in his hand. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and get these weak bars off before you.
Nah, I redid my list, and I'll say that it's not that I have this huge disagreement, but I feel like I do have vast jumps in the 3 or 4 people I think should be moved.
Okay, so if you can make 2 moves, who would you make?
For me, it would be Ja would be higher up, and then the fact that Cat's not on the list at all is disrespectful.
Cat's 25.
It's 25 or younger. No, he's
It's
not.
under 25.
It's under 25.
Yeah, it's the top 25 under 25.
Okay.
So he just missed the list because he aged out.
Okay. I would. Well, in that case, I would just move Ja up for sure. Him being at 15 below De'Aaron Fox is wild to me.
Ooh. Okay.
Below. Like, I'm just saying because we've already seen Ja can almost have you in the playoffs in his first year.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Without Jaren Jackson. That's the part. Like, Jaren Jackson didn't even see the court. He still ain't seen the court this year.
That's not.
It's like I was hurt for a little bit, and I came back and it's like, hey, we almost made the playoffs in my first year.
But Jaren Jackson played last year. He didn't get hurt until they got to the bubble.
No, he got hurt in January.
Of last year?
Yeah.
I thought he got hurt closer to the bubble.
Nah, he didn't play a few games before they even got to the bubble. Like, he got hurt in January.
And then they shut down like 6 weeks later.
Yeah, like, so he was still playing. It's like, my second best player is Valanciunas. It's like, whoa, what? Like, that don't even fit my style of play.
I mean, who did De'Aaron Fox have?
I'm saying at least he had more pieces around him. It's
like who? I would swap Dylan Brooks for Buddy Hield. I think that breaks even. I would.
Sure.
I think that breaks even.
Can you step outside and see if you see
Valanciunas is better than Marvin Bagley.
And then he had like Boban. I mean, I'm saying he had shooters. You know what I'm saying, like, and he's been in the league longer. Now on top of that, it's like you've been in the league for a while. Ja did this in his first year, so that's why I put him up above De'Aaron. It's like Ja has a
it factor. Ja does have a it factor in a leadership that does go over. It does go over.
I feel like De'Aaron. I mean, Ja can do everything that Ja can do, but he has like a more winner quality to him.
Yeah.
It's like you showed me that your very first year.
Yeah.
So you would put Ja
above De'Aaron Fox.
All right, Matt.
All right. My criteria is.
I mean, Copper Squat. We were.
Yeah, man. There's some wall over there, some carpet right there. You know what I'm saying? What up, Dallas? So my biggest issue with this list is that they didn't give you a criteria. I hate lists with I hate ranking players in general. I think people that don't play shouldn't be so adamant about ranking players, but especially when it doesn't come with a criteria. So they just put this list out there and was like, do what you want with it, but never told you what they were taking into account. So
all they said was potential.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So I said potential, talent, play style, intangibles, which is leadership, personality, you know what I'm saying, how you affect your team, and box office has to be a part of it, you know what I'm saying? And when I say play style comes into play more for me with Luka and Zion. I think that Luka is so far above Zion just because his style of play caters more towards the entire team than it does towards just Luka. So if I could only make 2 switches, I'm moving Jalen up from 12 to 6, and I'm moving Brandon Ingram down from 11 to 16.
Are you moving Ben Simmons now?
Ben Simmons stayed at 7, but I moved Devin Booker up from 8 to 5.
You moved LaMelo down too, huh?
I moved LaMelo down from 3 to 8. Other notable switches was moving Jason Tatum from 5 to 3 and moving Lonzo from 24 to 20. I also thought it was ridiculous that Sabonis was under Mikal Bridges. I thought that was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was wild.
And I moved DeAndre Ayton up a couple spots, I think. I think they had DeAndre Ayton at 20. I got DeAndre Ayton at 19, something slight. But, yeah, that's mine. I think that Devin Booker was too low. I still have Donovan Mitchell at 4. I took De'Aaron Fox from 6 to 10, But from our conversation, because I kept Ja at 15 because I'd rather have Trey than Ja, I think, just because of the shooting. It's just because of the scoring and because I think Trey Young is just as talented of a passer as Ja, right? But Ja's assists feel like they have more weight to them, where Trey Young's assists feel more empty calorie. But I feel like I can put Trey Young in a situation to make him have more impactful assists, but I can't put Ja Morant in a situation to shoot from 30 the way that Trey Young does. And neither one of them are plus defenders.
But I feel like with Ja over Trey, it's like, yeah, Trey is going to fill up the buckets, but it's like Trey don't give me the feeling of a winner.
Yeah, but to win with Ja, you going to have to run him into the ground.
But I'm saying we've seen athletes do that for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
I'm saying we did it for Russ.
Russ didn't win nothing.
I'm saying, but I'm just saying, like, you say run to the ground. Like, I don't think you just run.
He's not built like Russ.
I get it. But I'm just saying, like, with him, I just feel like I would take him over Trey right now. Especially over De'Aaron Fox.
If I'm starting my team, and I don't like Trey Young as an NBA player, but if I'm starting my team from the bottom up and I have to choose between Ja and Trey with no talent, I'm choosing Trey. Now, if I had to put them on a team like a fringe-ish playoff team that was like missing like a guard, then I go with Ja because of all that other stuff. But like, if we're just talking about somebody that's going to fill my stands, that's going to be able to put up and carry a team. I mean, and even look where he's at right now. Like Trey Young, he has his team in the playoffs. Right now, they're like 5th right now.
But look what they had to do for him, though. They had to get Dino. They had to get Boban. They had to get Clint. They had to, like, what have they done for Ja? They haven't did nothing for Ja. And he's already, like, I was the 9th seed last year, my rookie year.
They built a good team around Ja. His team just ain't been healthy this year, but they built a good team around Ja because Jaren Jackson Jr. is better than everybody on that Hawks team not named Trey Young.
But he hasn't played.
That's not the point, though. That's not what we're talking about.
That is the point, though.
No, the point is not about who is on his team currently.
Yes,
The point is about the team that's built around him.
What he's saying,
He's not in the playoffs.
Ja's done just with less.
Yeah, with less. It's like,
And that's
Trey didn't have this last year.
but I'm saying he wasn't nowhere near the playoffs last year, though.
Bro, Trey. Okay, so Trey, they went and got Trey. Got Gallinari. They went and got Trey.
Then the Grizzlies playing the West too. Like John them playing the West, and not only do they play in the West, they play in the Southwest.
I'm not gonna argue it anymore because I had them one spot away. So if you flip it, I think you just flip it based on what the team has.
Yeah,
so like I'm not gonna get too passionate about something that's like.
So would you put him above? After our conversation, would you put him above De'Aaron Fox?
After our conversation, I'm putting De'Aaron Fox behind both of them.
Okay, thank you.
And everybody goes up one.
That's all that really mattered to me now.
But I do have Shea above Trey and Ja.
I believe that. Cause
I have Shea above Trey and Ja.
Shea is 6'6".
Yeah, I got Shea. I moved Shea down just because I moved Jalen up, and I moved Jamal Murray above Shea too, just one spot, just based off of what I've seen from you over multiple years. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give Jamal enough respect to just keep him one. This could change next year because Shea's not playing.
The only thing I would say about that is just because, like, I respect Jamal, but I feel like he's already hit his ceiling. Feel like there's nowhere else for him to go. I feel Shea has so much more growth.
So, because maybe I'm missing it on Shea. I mean, Shea is nice. Don't get me wrong, but maybe I'm not as invested into the Shea hype. So, like, for him, his ceiling is what player?
That's a great question.
Yeah, what player?
I ain't never thought about it.
That's a great question.
I feel like his ceiling could be not as explosive, but like a penny.
Okay.
Cool.
That's what I said. But like think about it.
Okay.
But not as explosive.
Not as dynamic.
Not as dynamic. But
like
I'm 6'6". I can do everything. I can kind of shoot already.
That's not a bad comparison.
I can get it to the hole. Like my build is the same.
I feel like there's a better comparison, but that's not.
I just don't play it above a rim. And then,
but Penny had a lot of intangibles to his game though. That Shea.
Because I don't think Shea can pass like Penny.
No, Shea.
And I don't think he affects his teammates like Penny.
No, he doesn't. It's like not. It's
not even close.
It's not even close. It's night and day. But I put you on the spot with that one, so I ain't going like. I ain't gonna kill you for that.
On the floor, I see him like a Sean Livingston, like floor, like Sean Livingston.
Okay.
I also have Michael Porter Jr. above Trey and Ja.
Yeah,
Which is fair.
he got a lot.
I got him one spot above Trey and Ja, but under Shea, and that was tough for me. But I still have LaMelo at 8 though. I still got LaMelo over Bam, De'Aaron, Jamal, Shea, Michael Porter Jr., Trey, and Ja. I got him above all of them.
I wanted to drop Ben a little bit lower.
I wanted to, but I couldn't find a reason to.
Because
I couldn't justify it.
The only reason I want to is because it's like, bro, we keep saying what if about this jump shot. And it's like, what if that never develops?
People still think it's going to develop. People still holding out hopes that that's going to develop.
I mean, people still think, people think Jesus coming back. We need faith in everything that we do. So we need faith in everything that we do. You know what I mean?
Are you saying Jesus is not coming back?
I ain't say that. I'm just saying we need faith in everything that we do. If we can have faith in that, let the Sixers fans have faith in Ben Simmons developing and jumping.
Greek Freak shooting.
He shoots the ball.
He shoots.
I don't. Come on.
I do know, and that's the same thing. Go ahead.
I'm saying at least he's shooting it.
Bro,
I do. It's the same thing with Zion, bro. I want Zion shooting those. No, I want Zion shooting those. Listen, I've watched a handful of Pelicans games, almost all of them that have been on TV since our conversation about them blowing leads late last year. If Zion just shot the three that they give him 2 or 3 times a game, it would open up the entire offense. Just because he would hit some, and it, like, even with Giannis, like, they're not into the paint as deep as they were with Giannis, bro. Because Giannis has shown the ability that I'll pull this hoe, and if y'all let me, I'll mess around and make 3 out of 5 of these.
That's fine during the regular season.
And then also with Ben,
talk
too,
to me in
it's
the
like,
postseason.
if you can't shoot, why you not aggressive?
Who?
Ben's just so passive.
He's so
bro.
passive. So it's like this dog y'all keep saying he's not showing me he's that dog outside of playing defense.
I mean, he has flashes of it.
But that's what I'm saying. Flashes. How long is flashes going?
I'm not. Listen, I'm not mad at somebody that might, especially when it comes to the NBA. Nothing pisses me off more than wasted potential in the NBA. So I'm not mad at it. I was very super high on Ben coming into the draft, and especially after his rookie year. Yeah. And the fact that he still has not developed a jumper yet pisses me off. It makes me not even want to watch him.
Right.
As much as
very frustrating.
But
frustrating.
I love his game.
His points keep going down too. Let's not forget about that.
Exactly. So
his rookie year has his best stat line.
So I'm not mad at people being tough on Ben. Like, there'd be whole clubhouse chats on how to get Ben Simmons the hell out of there. But it's only because it's like, bro, you're
6'10".
You're right. You're physically gifted. You can run.
He don't got that dog in him, bro.
He doesn't have
not consistently.
It's not a consistent
because he has it. I've watched him flip that switch.
Yeah.
Like we watched Ben. Like I've watched Ben on multiple occasions take over a game and end it on the defensive end that led to offensive points that he scored. Right. My thing with the dog, and that's why I struggle putting Jason Tatum at 3, because I wanted to put Jason Tatum under Donovan and Devin because of that. I feel like Jason so casual, so cool, so relaxed. It's like, bro, take over the damn game. Like,
but that's exactly why I have Devin above him.
See, but Devin don't do all the things I think. Because I think Jason scores as well as Devin, but Jason defends.
None of these players do though. None of these players have a super complete game, and that was one thing.
Okay. I think Jalen has the most complete game on this list.
I mean, the most, but it's still not a complete.
It is. It's just not pitched as high as, like, Jalen does everything on the floor at a 7 or higher, but he does nothing above a 9. Whereas Jason scores above a 9. Luka runs the show above a 9. Zion's strength and athleticism and finishing is above a 9. Devin Booker's scoring is above a 9. You know what I'm saying?
And that makes perfect sense. In my opinion, though, if you don't excel, like if you are if you're a jack of all trades with a master at none, I don't think you're necessarily a complete player. Like,
but I feel like when we say a jack of all trades and a master of none, that phrase indicates that somebody is average at everything. And I think Jaylen Brown may not be a master of anything, but he's a step under mastery at most things.
Well, average is a tough word. Not necessarily average. Even if you're one pace at everything in the game, you can say that that's a complete player. I'm saying, what if you're at pace, if you're above average at every aspect of the game, but these couple of things you're great at? I'm saying all the great players have that. Like, all great players have a solid, like we talked about MJ or James Harden.
Yeah.
Solid across all parts of the game. MJ didn't make the passes that James Harden did, but he wasn't necessarily a bad passer.
Right.
But Jordan didn't make necessarily a lot of mistakes, but he had a dog in him that got you a W. Like, it's just everybody in boxing too. Like Earl's one of the best technical boxers you'll find around. What's his mastery? Body shots. He's like everybody has that thing that just sticks out. That Steph is solid at all aspects of the game for the most part. Right? He's a master 3-point shooter. So it's like every great player, in my opinion, has a thing that you can identify them with. Versus, a player like and Jason and these guys are still young. I don't like being that harsh on young guys because
it's under 25.
It's under 25. But I'm not knocking anybody that put Jason above Devin. For me, it's
just the size, the athleticism, the
but
versatility.
It's the dog that makes me put Devin above
what
Jason.
has that dog got you with? That's what my beef with Devin is, because he's been the best player for a long time, and they've had the ball in his hand. Succeed what? 8-0 in the bubble, and they still didn't make the playoffs.
Hold on. Okay,
that was a tough spot to be in. Though.
Great point, though. Finish what you were saying, though, Rock.
I'm saying that was, but it wasn't on their account.
Right.
They did everything
they could do.
They did everything they could do.
But okay, see, my thing with Devin is the reason I would put Jason above him too. Like, granted, yes, Jason has more talent around him, but we have seen they put the ball in Devin's hands, and
still though, basketball. Come listen, you know basketball. Time. Everybody in here used to like at Hubert most. Everybody around here, you need a little bit of help. All right, you need a little bit of help. Jason, you need help. And Devin has not had a lot of help
until 2 years ago.
At the end of the day, bro, and then this is the NBA, bro. These are professional basketball players. It's not AAU where you can go out and go 1-on-5 and get a couple of wins. Like, these motherfuckers is professionals. So
1 to 15,
bro. Like, from 1 to 15, like, these guys are professional athletes. And at the end of the day, this is the creme de la creme. This is the best league in the world. So, and then he's playing in the West.
On top of that,
he ain't playing against subpar competition.
Yep.
Half of he's playing against the West, and he's playing in the Pacific Division.
Yep. For all those years, he was playing against the Clippers. He was playing against the Lakers.
The Warriors.
He was playing against the Warriors. Like, his only off night was the Suns.
And he's
even
playing these
before
teams
LeBron got there, the Lakers were a good team.
He's playing these teams 4 nights four nights a year. Yeah. Like, it ain't even like he on the Eastern Conference and he could just see this team 2 times. He's playing them 4 nights a year. That's 16 games out of your 82. That could make or break a playoff run. Just off of that alone. So I'm saying,
not to mention a Mavericks team, or you got to play a Spurs team 3 times a year. You playing all these other Western Conference teams. Rough
seas, and so I'm not mad at anybody that puts Jason above Devin. I'm saying Devin is just really now getting a fair shake. Whatever Devin does from this point on, I say that's a fair criticism, because now you have a veteran point guard. Your team is in sync. You guys on a roll. Y'all found y'all groove. So now what you do from this point on is like, all right, man, you have nobody's expecting you to win a chip, but we expecting you to get better from this point on.
And that's what he's done.
We got to account for the Phoenix Suns organization has been trash too.
And that's fair. That's fair. Because there have been multiple reports where Devin wanted out. Mm-hmm. So it ain't even like that's a lack of like, well, nah, you chose to play for a sorry team. Nah, there's been rumblings like, hey, bro, like this man, I've heard reports that this man even asked to be sent to Minnesota to play with D-Lo and Cat.
Minnesota for a little bit.
Yeah, that's his best friend.
You know what I'm saying? So Devin, I just feel like Devin,
unfair. Devin Booker is,
but from this point on though, it's rough seas if you do not elevate. So you make the playoffs
as long as he has the requisite parts around him, because the issue is the Chris Paul factor.
That's my thing.
But this is the thing though. But
I feel like I feel like he's gonna be in that same boat as Kawhi. It's like, yeah, he can be your best player, but I feel like he's always gonna need that point guard to set him up.
He just always needs another player around him that can help the team win.
That's a different conversation. As a matter of fact, we'll develop an episode. Because I mean, and as far as my opinion on this list, like it's a pretty bad list, but. It's just so much you can get into with some of the younger guys when you compare Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, even a Luka. I mean, that was the one change I probably wouldn't have made with this whole list, is that Luka is number 1.
You wouldn't have changed that.
I wouldn't have changed
that. I thought they said you would have.
I almost got shook up.
No, I wouldn't have changed that.
I didn't hear people on ESPN say Luka's a 3. I said, what?
No. I would have put Devin behind Luka.
Zion had like 30-something, 15, and like 8 the other night, and people was like, "Oh, this is the." It's like, bro, Luka's doing that every night.
He averages,
but you said it perfectly at the beginning of this whole segment. Recency bias.
Yeah,
you said it perfectly.
I think that's a lot with Donovan Mitchell.
You said.
You think that's why he's so high?
Yeah.
That's rough. That's rough. All right. So, because we got to close this one out.
Right.
Because that's rough seas. Because I thought Donovan is in the top 5.
Kind of accurate, right?
Yeah,
like I left him at 4. I did all those changes, but I kept him at 4.
That's rough seas, though. We're going to give you your bars on another episode. Absolutely.
This was good.
It was good.
Good stuff.
And just real quick, before we get out of here, UFC. So Francis Ngannou is a new heavyweight champ of the UFC. I am not a huge fan of the UFC, but I am starting to work my way into knowing who's who. I am a huge John Bones Jones fan.
Gotta be.
And so, for the culture. And so, this is the fight that people are saying is up next. Nothing else makes sense for either fighter.
It has to happen.
And so, I saw a video on FightHype.com of John Jones already in training for what could be a potential fight. Have we all seen Francis Ngannou get down?
I have not.
You haven't seen
times.
I haven't even seen the last fight.
Okay.
He has melatonin in them gloves.
But we've all
I
seen...
saw the knockout.
Yeah. But we've all seen John Bones Jones.
Yes.
Now, from what you've seen of Francis Ngannou, especially just the size, the speed, he's got punching power. He's a monster, right? John Bones Jones is
John Jones.
I'm going with John Jones.
I think John Jones is going to take him out. It's going to take the unanimous decision or a split.
So no knockout.
No, because I don't think he want to get that close. It's going to be very technical for John Jones. It's going to pick him apart. He's too.
Whenever y'all get time, man, Steve-O from Jackass,
Yeah.
he has a podcast, and he recently had John Jones on, and they did a whole segment on what could potentially happen with the John Jones.
Yeah, he said you just got to get. If you're okay with getting your jaw broken, you can beat Francis.
I was like, that's
which
cold.
is a crazy thing to say out loud.
So
Scary
cold.
statement, bro.
It's
No,
like,
that's cold.
You ready to die in here, ain't you?
Bro, you ready to die, bro.
He said once you get past your jaw might get broken, you can beat him.
You ready to die. Once he said that, I said, oh, yeah, I got you, bro.
Oh yeah, so put 50 on John.
Yeah, put 15. give me 10. I'm excited. Again, I'm not a huge UFC guy, but I'd be in line to watch that fight. Or I'm down to go to any fight party that's hosting that fight. Other than that, man, another successful episode of the Uncredible Sources podcast, man. Episode 4. Shout out to my guys, man.
Thanks for
coming
having
through, man, and producing. You will see X on more episodes. Shout out to him, man. Appreciate you for filling in.
Yeah.
But nah, he here. Like NFL draft episode. These guys came up with a special idea. That's gonna be stupid. That's gonna be dope. I mean, shoot, so much great stuff coming up this summer. As far as when we talk about NFL draft, NBA draft coming this summertime too. Like, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary hours, more scary hours, man. Appreciate y'all for watching the Uncredible Sources podcast, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe wherever you stream your podcast from, man. If you got any ideas, you want to sponsor the show, make sure you email us at reachoverculture@gmail.com. And that's it, man. Shout out to my dogs for coming through. This is another episode of the Uncredible Sources podcast. We out.